Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than what we usually do in our videos, such as the ASMR detailing videos, ceramic installations, wash and talks, so on and so forth. Today we're going to be reviewing some products that you may have seen in your local Walmart or franchise store. These are the new Red Bull detailing products by Armor All. I'm not sponsored by Armor All. I'm not sponsored by Red Bull, anything like that. Just wanted to do an unbiased review on, are these products just hyped, or are these products actually a really decent bang for your buck option if you're the weekend detailer or the detailer that likes to do it maybe every day or in a professional setting. So without further ado, we will go ahead and get started on these products. So first up is our Red Bull Oracle Racing Wash and Shine Hybrid Ceramic Shampoo. This says, this hybrid ceramic wash and shine combines an SiO2-based protective barrier with a premium synthetic wax in a pH-neutral, high-performance formula. This provides exceptional water repellency while enhancing shine and leaving a liquid slick finish. And they advertise instant hydrophobicity and long-lasting ceramic protection. Synthetic wax intensifies shine, slick sudsy formula, and refreshing tropical scent. So let's give it a smell test. That's definitely tropical, a little bit of pineapple, a little bit of mango, very pleasant, not overbearing. It is pH neutral, so it will not damage your paint like a few alkali soaps and acidic soaps can do over time. The claim of long-lasting ceramic protection, I'm not so sure about that coming from a soap made by Armor All. Not saying anything about Armor All, but I don't see any soap that we have ever used giving any sort of long-lasting protection, period. And we've dealt with a lot of soaps in our time. Synthetic wax intensifies shine. Now keep in mind, when we talk about synthetic waxes versus SiO2 and ceramic-based products like graphene, wax is pretty much a carnauba polymer. It carries those polymers in it. It's not designed to be used with SiO2, which is ceramic. It is counterproductive. If you were to put a wax over your ceramic coating, it would clog the pores in the coating, and it would take quite a bit of effort to get off and get back to the initial layer of your coating. So they claim SiO2 based, but then they're also saying synthetic wax. That could be contradicting themselves. We don't know. I'm not sure about it, but it is pH neutral, so it's very safe on your surface of your vehicle. So I'm going to bring it over to you, let you take a quick look. The labels are very detailed, very good colors, pictures, great packaging quality. It's a great shampoo dispenser at the top. Has your directions all down the side here. It's a pretty neat label. I like that. I like all their labels actually. But yeah, we're going to give that a try here in a few and see if it's any good. Next up is our Red Bull Oracle Racing Exterior Detailer. Now, this hybrid ceramic exterior detailer combines an SiO2-based protective barrier with synthetic elements that boost gloss and color depth. There's that buzzword SiO2 again. So whether it's 0.000001 of an SiO2 or a polysilazane, whatever is in this, they will advertise that as ceramic. It's a marketing thing. So they also say that this high-performance formula provides a premium, clean, and long-lasting shine with intense water beading and surface protection. Well, we'll see about the water beading here shortly. They advertise that it quickly cleans and details, perfect in between washes. So if you're heading to a car show and it's a little dusty and you need a quick wipe down, or you did get to the car show, take a bottle of this with you with a microfiber towel, a plush one. I like a 500 GSM, 400 GSM, something a little thicker so you don't scratch your paint. They're advertising that it quickly cleans and details, safe for exterior surfaces including wheels, glass, plastics, vinyl wraps, and decals. It's very important that you have some kind of protection on your wheels to combat brake dust. And as far as the vinyl wraps and decals, I would say this probably doesn't streak much because if it says it has SiO2, it's probably not a whole lot. So there's not a lot of streaking agents in that. As far as UV protection, that could be one of those things where it could just be a marketing thing. But you can use it on more than just paint, is what it's saying. It boosts gloss and color depth, and it's long-lasting hydrophobic ceramic protection. Long-lasting, we will see. We will follow the directions today and see what we can do. I'm going to bring this up and let you take a look a little bit closer. So this is the hybrid ceramic exterior detailer. Once again, another beautiful label. Has all of your instructions on the back. I love the trigger mechanism. Meguiar's and Armor All and a few of these other franchise retail stores have been coming out with these. Adams have sent a few as well into our facility that has been really, really impressive. I love the grip on the hand. You can nicely fit the inside of your fingers here and your thumb, so you don't get any hand fatigue. The dissipation on the spray are always impressive with these triggers. I just love the rounded edge. It's just really, really ergonomically convenient for my hands and probably other detailers out there. So this is the exterior detailer, and we will be reviewing that shortly. For our third product today, we have the Red Bull Oracle Racing High Gloss Tire Shine. Now, there's a lot of folks out there that don't like a high gloss on their tires, including myself. It's just a personal preference. Some folks like that really, really wet look. You do take a chance of slinging product when you have it on that thick. There are a lot of formulas out there that don't ever dry. They just sit on the tire and it slings and slings and slings until there's nothing left, and it washes off with the spray of a water hose. We offer a Ethos Graphene Tire Shine here. It dries within about 5 minutes. It leaves a satin finish, and you don't have to worry about sling. And it's long lasting because it has graphene resins in it. So we're going to go back to the High Gloss Tire Shine. Once again, hybrid ceramic, another buzzword. This hybrid ceramic tire shine combines a durable SiO2 based protective barrier with synthetic polymers that provide an intense, long-lasting shine. This high-performance, self-leveling formula ensures a no-drip cling with a smooth, even finish. We will see how smooth and how even this finish is today. We will see if it slings or not, and we will see if it drips or not. They market that it's a durable ceramic protection that lasts up to 4 weeks with exceptional water-resistant shine, premium high shine finish, smooth, even coverage, and long-lasting results. Once again, this line is owned by Armor All. So we're going to find out if these are just rebranded, relabeled, different dyes in their same soaps and the same thing they've always used. So I want to bring this up to you and let you take a look at this label. Once again, beautiful label, excellent trigger, love it. A lot of detail. Once again, you have instructions here, so you don't have to worry about anything. But it's a great, great, great bottle. I love this. I really do. For our next product, we have the Red Bull Oracle Racing Interior Detailer. It's all surface protection. Now, I don't see anything that says hybrid ceramic like the other three. So this, to me, lets me know it's either going to be a very glossy Armor All kind of feel in your interior, but it does say detailer, so maybe not. This all-surface interior detailer combines versatile cleaning with added UV protection. This high-performance formula cleans, details, and adds enhanced UV protection to all interior surfaces, including glass, your tech screens, your upholstery, leather, vinyl, rubber, and plastics with a no-shine finish. So they do market no shine here. I kind of feel like this may be an all-purpose cleaner, watered down, diluted maybe to a 4-to-1 or a 10-to-1 even. They market that it is safe for premium finishes like sealed wood, carbon fiber, and gloss accents, everything that you need in your interior. It cleans your glass and tech screens to a streak-free finish. Enhanced UV blockers prevent harmful damage from UVA and UVB rays. Residue-free, no shine finish. Now that's a kicker for a lot of folks out there that doesn't like a greasy interior feel. So this may be for you. I'm going to bring the bottle up to you here, let you take a look. Once again, beautiful lime green on the Red Bull livery backdrop, very detailed. All of your instructions once again are here. Once again, you have a great trigger spray. You have a QR code on the back. Shows you how to pretty much do this. So this is the interior detailer. We're going to give that a review today and see how it goes. For our next product today, we have the Red Bull Oracle Racing Medium Shine Protectant. Here's those words again: hybrid ceramic, another buzzword. This hybrid ceramic interior protectant combines an SiO2 base protective barrier with exceptional cleaning and UV protection. This high-performance formula provides long-lasting ceramic repellency while leaving a streak-free medium shine for vinyl, rubber, and plastic surfaces. We are going to see, no matter how much SiO2 is in it, no matter how many UV blockers it advertises, whatever the case may be, we're going to see if this leaves that greasy shine that about 90% of people out there cannot stand. We're going to find out. It says medium shine. We're going to put that to the test today. They say that its ceramic technology helps repel future stains and dust buildup, darkens and nourishes vinyl, rubber, and plastic with a medium shine, streak-free, dry-to-the-touch finish, exceptional UVA and UVB protection. Go back to dry-to-the-touch finish. We will see if it's dry to the touch. If I sit in this leather seat and I slide across it, it may be dry, but this is not what I want. So we will figure it out. I'll bring this up, let you take a look. Once again, beautiful orange packaging with the Red Bull livery colors on the rear. Beautiful. There's your marketing claims, and here are your directions again. Once again, love this trigger, awesome trigger. They all pretty much have this, and we will see how this does today. For our last product, this is the Red Bull Oracle Racing Lights Out Air Freshener. I'm not big on air fresheners on the inside of my vehicle. I usually put a bio bomb in there, something that will bring out all of the odors like a chlorine tablet, things like that, and just give you a fresh smell every time you get in your vehicle. But a lot of people like that tropical smell, that fresh smell, that new car smell, and they want to keep it that way. So this may be for you. This is just an air freshener that we're going to spray inside the vehicle. We'll give it a few sprays, give it a sniff test, and see what we think about it. They say that this smells like warm woods and leather with notes of lemon, verbena, and patchouli. So we will give that a try. I will bring this up for you, let you take a look. Once again, beautiful light blue color on the Red Bull livery color on the back, and just kind of tells you how it smells. It gives you some directions. It says shake lightly before use, spray upward, don't spray in your face, more so common sense stuff. So we're going to give that a try today too. So stay tuned and we will get this show started. Now, while I say we're going to get this show started, sadly we won't be doing it on the Race GTR today. That is our personal shop GTR. It has a ceramic graphene coating on it. A lot of these products, we don't know what they're going to do as far as their behavior. There are a lot that say that there are waxes inside of them. And if there are waxes inside, sadly, for those of you that do have ceramic coated vehicles, I will just start off by saying, do not use any of these products on your ceramic coated vehicle. Do not, unless you want to use the tire shine. Otherwise, stay away from this. This is more so directed for those people that don't have a ceramic coating on their car, the weekend detailer, the DIY person that just it's a therapeutic thing on the weekends or through the week. And that's kind of the deal. Or the professional detailers that may be mobile or just do washes and interiors. So keep in mind, we won't be doing it on the GTR, but we will be doing it on this. This is a 2016 Land Rover Discovery Sport. This has seen better days, not been washed in a while, bug guts all over it. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and get over to the price details of each product. So most of these hover around $10, $11. I believe this is $10.97. That's for the soap. The exterior detailer is the most expensive at $11.97, I do believe. The tire shine seems to be on sale for $9.87 or $9.97. Can't quite remember. And these two are also $10.97, and the air freshener is $6.97 at your local Walmart. Again, these are all owned by Armor All. Keep in mind, as we do these reviews for each product, I will be giving my honest opinion at the end, unbiased. I'm not sponsored by Red Bull or Armor All. Again, not sponsored by any of these folks. Just want to do a review and see if these are worth the hype or you may need to pass. So stay tuned. Let's get to it. All right, so let's go around this vehicle real quick. As you can see, we've got bug guts all over the front. Okay. Pretty filthy. I think this vehicle sits under a tree. As you can see, we are in a mountainous region, so it's been hammered. Roof's dirty. Wheels are dirty. I think some birds had their way with the side. We're gonna see how that foam matches up as far as eating away at the environmental contaminants, it not being ceramic coating. It does have a protective barrier on it from Ethos. It is Ethos Resist. Feel free to hop in the link in the description and use code WING0 to get you a bottle of Resist. It's great as a ceramic topper or standalone. So, once again, we've got some dirt back here. You can clearly see. So, let's go ahead and get started. So, first up is our Wash and Shine Hybrid Ceramic. This is the soap. It does say in the notes, use on a cool car, preferably in the shade. If it will focus here, right there at the top. To ensure even application of ceramic barrier. Do not allow formula to dry on vehicle surface. Rinse section by section, use only as directed. Hand wash. So we're going to do this indoors, as you can see, and it says mix 3 ounces into a bucket with water. Well, we're going to do that, but we're also going to start with a foam cannon. It says add 3 ounces to your 32-ounce foam cannon and fill the tank with water and mix. So this is what I want to try today. I want to try to use this as a pre-soak to start off with. I want to see how much dirt it will encapsulate without even touching the vehicle to start off with. So we're going to do 3 ounces. So an old detailer hack is for every 1 second is 1 ounce, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Use as directed. So let's put the lid on our MTM foam cannon and let's see how she does. So with this MTM foam cannon, it is modified. I have added an extra mesh filter inside as well as another stainless filter to get max amount of foam. MTM has a really good brand. They got good items, good products, good build quality. They're starting to go down a little bit on the foam cannon evolution compared to foam cannons such as Active, the new Active foam cannon, the new Ethos is coming out with the foam cannon, getting ready to be released, so stay tuned for that. MJJC V2, the third version of the MJJC, there's just so many that are kind of passing this up. The bottles leak, things like that. We'll do a review on that later when the Ethos foam cannon comes out. But until then, let's go ahead and see how this thing foams. It is a little runny. I want to go ahead and bring you in here and let you take a look. As you can see, it's just running off like water. I'll go ahead and give you another demo. Now this doesn't necessarily mean that it's a poor soap. It just doesn't foam very well. And like I mentioned earlier, anything with SiO2 in it and anything with any sort of polystyrene or ceramic inside, it's not designed to foam very much. So I'm going to finish foaming this vehicle down. We'll give it a rinse and then get started on the wheels. But we'll first see how much cleaning capabilities it has once we let this dwell for a couple of minutes. So stay tuned. So as we're letting this dwell, as you can see, not very foamy in terms of actual foam itself. We did the wheels, we did the entire vehicle, but as you can see, the foam just isn't there. Now we may, the next time we foam for our second stage, may go ahead and put a few more ounces in there. I always like to go overboard with the foam and the soap, so we'll see how that does. Let's take a look, see if it's doing anything with the bird poop we have on the side. It looks like it's maybe cleaning a little, maybe pulling some off. Best case scenario, it is softening up those bird droppings and allowing it to be easy to clean next time. So you can see it running off. It's kind of watery. All right, we'll go in for our rinse now. So before we rinse this vehicle, I want to let you guys know, as far as the scent goes, it smells very good out of the bottle. Don't get me wrong. It smells very, very good out of the bottle. Very pleasant smell. But as this soaks, it just seems to have a chemical smell. I can't quite describe it. Maybe some other YouTubers can give a little more insight on that. But it just doesn't have that fruity scent that you want when you're washing your vehicle. It's more so chemicals. It's not too bad, it's not too hard on the nose, but it's enough to make you think, ugh, this doesn't smell very good. So let's go ahead and rinse real quick. Okay. So it does rinse off very easily. It really, really does. I want to bring you in and show you those bird droppings we saw earlier. As you can see here. Now, once again, it does have ethos resist on it, so that may be, you know, that barrier doing its work where it's sitting on top of that spray coating. Ethos resist is absolutely amazing, but it rinses off very easily. I'm going to finish rinsing off the rest of this vehicle, and we'll get back to you. So I want to bring you guys in. Didn't really do much for the bug guts on the front. Full rinsed, pre-soak. But keep in mind, folks, this is just a pre-soak. It's to soften up those guts and make it easier to hand wash when you go to foam that second time and go to your wash buckets. So let's get started on the wheels. So it's apparent that Armor All and Red Bull do not have a dedicated wheel cleaner, but that is okay. Today we're going to use Ethos Total Wheel and Tire in an IK foamer, diluted 1:1, and then we're going to use the Ethos Super APC to clean the tires. Now, if you want one of these buckets for yourself, you can catch them in the link below at the Ethos website. Use code WING0 for 10% off. They come with grit guards. Great solid bucket here. I like to use stickers. Those came from Detailed Image, just to let me know which bucket is which. So let's go ahead and get started cleaning these wheels. Now for my wheel cleaning regimen, what I like to start off doing is just do a nice foam. Get the wheel and tire, fender wells. As you'll see in our ASMR videos, we like to get it all. And I always start with the wheels first, and the only reason I start with the wheels first is because when you have a clean car that you've just completely washed and you go to using wheel brushes and stuff, you start flinging up brake dust back on your freshly cleaned vehicle. My clientele have heard the same story, and now you have to get the brake dust back off your car again. So we're going to go in, we're going to let that dwell. While we let that dwell, we're going to use the Ethos Super APC. This stuff does wonders with tires. Notice how a lot of times you have browning on your tires. You can already see it starting to turn brown. I'll bring you in, we'll take a quick look. So you can clearly see the browning. We may not even need to use Super APC today. So as long as that's browning like that and getting that off, Ethos Total Wheel and Tire Cleaner is doing what it needs to do. So I like to use Auto Fiber Knit Mitt. Now this mitt is awesome. It is a lifesaver. You can get in between all of the spokes if you have complex wheels or not. Instead of trying to cram a brush or a wash mitt inside those spokes, you can take your mitt and you can go in, like I'll show you here in just a moment, and you can clean pretty much all of the spokes without having to worry about not fitting in there, missing some spots, things like that. You can get behind the spokes if you want to grab around behind and clean if you're really, really particular. But this gets all the nooks and crannies. You can get these on Detailed Image, Rag Company, stuff like that. Ethos don't carry these, but these are a great tool for your wheel arsenal. Super affordable. I think a 2-pack is $10, $11 on some sites. Other sites, maybe 15 tops. But you get a 2-pack for that. That's not bad at all. So that's already finished. We're going to go in, get our lug nuts with a boar's hair brush. Next, I like to use a little wheel brush here. This is a wheel woolly. Get inside the barrels. A lot of times you can't fit in between the caliper and the wheel, depending on if you have a high-performance sports car. So just make sure before you do purchase these wheel brushes that you make sure that they're going to fit your desired wheel and setup. While we're here, go ahead and get in the fender wells. Just get all of it. And then lastly, we want to go ahead and knock these tires out. See how it's browning here? You want to go ahead and just knock these out. Okay. And that's it. Once again, for the wheels, Ethos Total Wheel and Tire, full strength or 1-to-1, does exactly what you need it to do. Go get a bottle of that on the website, Ethos website, in the link below. We use code again, WING0, get 10% off of your order. Look how good that wheel cleaned up there. That's all you need. I'm going to finish up the rest of the wheels and we'll get back to our second stage of foaming the Land Rover down. Okay guys, so this time around we're getting ready to go in for our contact wash. We're going to do a second foam, but we're going to add a few more ounces. Instead of 3, we're going to add about 5 ounces. I'd rather go overboard like I stated before with my foam. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 with a little extra. See if we can get a little bit more foam out of that. Okay, we've got our cannon ready to go. Let's see if there's a little bit of a difference with the foam in action. Okay, I'm going to bring you in. Definitely has improved. I'm going to do an example right here on the door for you so you can kind of see the difference between the foam before and now. You can clearly just see the foam pile up and then run to the bottom. It is still runny, but not near as runny with only 3 ounces. So my advice, if you're on a budget, stick with 3 ounces. If you like to really foam it up for $11, go for it. Buy a few bottles if you're looking for that extra foam. Does seem to cling a little better with more ounces. This again was 5 ounces. We'll foam the rest of the vehicle and we'll get started on the wash. All right, so once again, while we're letting this second phase of foam encapsulate and do its work, we're going to add the soap to our bucket. It states 3 ounces in a bucket. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to be using our all-new Ethos Car Care hybrid microfiber wash mitt. This wash mitt is made of small hybrid microfiber material. It is super easy on paint, will not scratch, as long as you do the right washing method and technique. So we're only using one bucket today. The car's clean. It's not been paint corrected. It's not been ceramic coated. So we're just going to use one bucket with a grit guard and get through this vehicle and see what this soap can really do. So as far as sudsing the soap goes before hand washing, we're going to see how many suds we actually get. Oh, that suds up nicely. That suds up nicely. And it seems to be holding. A lot of ceramic coating shampoos will suds and then they will fall off within like 30 seconds. You'll just see it all die down. But here it looks like we're retaining the suds, which makes me think either there is not as much SiO2 in it as we think there is, or Armor All's got some chemists that are just making it happen. So you can tell the suds are not going anywhere. Now we're going in for our wash. So now with our hand wash, you can use this pad as a mitt, an Ethos wash mitt. There is stitching inside that separates your fingers so that you can use this as a mitt if desired. Or you can use as a pad. So for right now, we're just going to use as a mitt. Oh, wow. Super slick formula. I really like how slick this is. We'll see if the bug guts can break loose off the front here. Seems to be coming off with mild pressure, which means the cleaner did okay. Super, super slick with the soap, for sure. So now we're going to switch to the other side. We did half the hood, and I'm going to use this as a wash pad. Sometimes you have that extra layer of material in your wash mitt, so you can't get down and really, really apply the pressure to some of this when you're using it as a pad. But for a ceramic coated vehicle, you don't need to apply pressure. Something like this that only has a couple of sprays on it, you can use whatever pressure you need to. Okay, go back in for a mitt. I like using the mitt. Used to not like using a mitt, but now I do. That hood turned out really clean. Let's move on down to the bug guts. Let's see what we do here. Okay, we're going to see how much bite this soap really, really has. Yeah, it's okay. I'm having to use moderate pressure to get a lot of these off. Now, these bug guts are not old. They've only been on here maybe a week or two. So, folks, get your car ceramic or graphene coated because you won't have to worry about applying any pressure. If you have a good, thick graphene coating like the Ethos Pro V2 Matrix, you have to be certified to install it. It is very difficult to install depending on the temperatures. But if you have an installer near you, this is the go-to. You can look up reviews on YouTube, stuff like that. Their max coating is also amazing for the consumer. If you're the consumer that likes to do that yourself, max is the way to go. But the Pro has some extra ingredients in it that make it extremely durable. It's a 10-year coating, and you won't be dealing with bug guts like this. Right now, I should already be moving on to the side panels and the doors, but because I'm still stuck here scrubbing, one, because the soap probably don't have enough bite, but it's actually not doing that bad, and two, there's no ceramic coating on this car. So I'm having to really, really get in. One of the many benefits of ceramic coatings, folks, getting through it and getting on with your day, that in itself is worth the investment. So we're still going to try to get the rest of these guts off. Once I finish this bumper, we'll get back to you. So I'm going to bring you in here. As you can see, it cleaned up super, super, super well. Bug guts are gone. I had to use moderate pressure, but no different than any other unprotected vehicle. Cleaned pretty well, I'd say. So I'm going to put you on time lapse. We're going to finish up the rest of this vehicle, and hopefully our wheels and tires will be ready for the high gloss shine from Red Bull by Armor All. So stay tuned. So as I told you guys earlier, this has Ethos Resist graphene on it. It's a good solid 6 to 12 month standalone spray or a great graphene and ceramic topper. So we have a bit of a conundrum here. You can see the beading. That is the Resist. That has to be the Resist. Because up here, this is still Resist, but this vehicle sits under trees and stuff when it's not being driven. So you can see a little bit of sheeting, a little bit of weakness there. We're going to find out if this soap actually does what it claims to do, leaving hydrophobics behind. All right, we hand wash this hood one more time just to double check to see if the hydrophobics were any better. As you can see, there's some protection on it, but as you can tell by spraying, we still have sheeting. So the soap did not leave hydrophobics behind. All right, guys, so for our next product, we're going to hit these tires with the Red Bull Oracle Racing High Gloss Tire Shine Hybrid Ceramic Armor All Podium Series. Oh, the words go on. Anyway, it says use on a cool, clean tire, put a towel down to protect surfaces. We are not going to spray this tire directly. I have never done that, and I never will. You get overspray all over your fender liners, the inside, the outside, all over the sides of the car, on the paint, and it just looks terrible. So we're going to use the applicator directions. So it does have applicator directions and direct spray directions. This is very small. One thing I have an issue with this bottle is if you are visually impaired or have a problem reading, you may want to put on some reading glasses. This is very small and the camera does not want to focus in. Once again, it has that awesome trigger. I'm going to use a tire applicator pad and we're going to spray. Oh, I love the way it sprays. I really do. So we're going to start there, and I like to use one here, and then we'll go around the tire. When you spray directly on the applicator pad, you actually can have more control over how much shine you want and where you want it to go. When you're just spraying liberally all over the place, it doesn't make for a good formula. One thing I can say about this tire shine, I don't know if it smells like sandalwood, it's some kind of cologne smell. It smells absolutely amazing. I cannot get over how good this smells. My goodness, I love the smell of this. I really do. All right, we have it on the tire. I kind of like that finish. I don't know if I just put a little bit on there or if they want you to really drench it. But I like a nice satin deep finish. I don't like the glazed donut look. It seems to have a really, really good high gloss shine, but not enough to just look tacky. It does say, allow to dry for 1 hour before driving. The formula fully cures after 24 hours to set the ceramic technology. Now, I will tell you, as many coatings that I have installed in the past, hundreds and hundreds of cars, I can tell you the benchmark usually for most coating companies is a 24-hour cure time for ceramic, true ceramic or graphene coatings. Some offer it in 8 hours, some say you can drive in 12. Here's the thing, I feel like maybe Armor All decided to take something out of somebody else's book and talk about a 24-hour cure time for tire shine. If you can drive in an hour, what's the point of having to wait another 24? What are they talking about here? We're going to see if this truly sets up. It does say it's self-leveling, so if you have any streaks or any high spots on the tire, it's going to level itself. We will see tomorrow if that is true after 24 hours. But so far, this is the finish you get. I like it. I love the smell. And let's move on to that exterior detailer. All right, guys, so for the next product in the Red Bull lineup, this is the exterior detailer, the hybrid ceramic. It's cool blue color. It says use on a cool vehicle. Do not use in extremely hot conditions. I'm assuming because that's going to streak. Working in small sections, lightly spray and use a clean, dry microfiber towel to evenly spread the formula. Flip the towel and completely buff the surface until dry, and it can be applied as often as necessary, which makes me wonder how long is this really going to last. We will see. It says long-lasting hydrophobic ceramic protection. So we will see. Once again, awesome little spray bottle here. Love the trigger, love the color. So basically, if you've ever sprayed a ceramic coating spray before, or any detail spray, it's kind of similar to that. Just going to spray a couple of panels, a couple of spots on the hood here. You're going to use one side of the towel to level this out. This is very tacky. I'm already feeling it. Very, very tacky. Which is why they say use in a cool, dry area, because I will say this would streak like a mother. Okay, so now let's flip the towel. Once you get that initial wipe done, it is very slick. Very, very, very slick. Okay. Ooh, I really like that. And it smells so good. It's another cologne smell. I don't know what it is, but it is a very, very, very enjoyable smell. Once again, we're just going to, right now we're leveling, okay? So it is tacky. I'm going to come around to this side. I don't want to get in the way of the camera. I do not know if you can use this on a wet application, but I would advise you not to, because this is extremely tacky. And if you try to use this as a drying aid, I'm afraid you're going to get streaks all over your car. So very, very slick. Smells very, very good. Man, that is awesome. I really like the smell here of this. Really, really do. It doesn't give you a cure time. It doesn't say how long you have to let the coating or the spray cure. As difficult as that was to install in the beginning, I want to think it needs a cure time, but let's do a little hydrophobic testing right out of the bottle. No cure time. All right, so we just coated this panel with that exterior detailer. Not sure what it's going to do. It's completely dry. This is no cure time right out of the bottle. Here we go. Okay, so my thoughts are, it doesn't bead like a ceramic and it doesn't need to. It is an exterior detailer. Now you saw the hydrophobics on the door panel over there from Ethos Graphene Resist, okay? That is a spray bottle coating. That is borderline need to be in a vial type spray. Those are the products that I like. You know it's going to work. You know that it's going to come out of that sprayer, but it's going to be thick. And it's going to be a little difficult to install, but you know it's going to last, and it's going to bead water just like a coating, just like that door panel. It was amazing. This is more so, I think, one of those situations where you don't have a ceramic coating, you've used a ceramic wash, you go in with a ceramic detailer, and it gives you some nice water beads, little bit of sheeting. We'll go through with the hose again, and we'll give it another go. I mean, I can't complain. It's not like a ceramic or graphene coating, but it does the job. Very slick, and it smells marvelous. So, if you're just looking for a little bit of water beading, and that's what you want, and it may need a cure time, but the bottle does not say it. So, we will see. Let's move on to the interior products. Okay, so for our next product, we have the Red Bull Interior Detailer All Surface Protection. Now, like I stated earlier, I think this is an all-purpose cleaner, probably diluted. It says shake well, spray product onto surface or on a clean microfiber towel, wipe surface, turning the towel as you dry. Now, as you can see here, we have a little bit of dirt here, a little bit of wear. We're going to use this. I have a Scrub Ninja and a boar's hair brush. So we're going to start with a Scrub Ninja. I like the black side better. A few squirts in. We're going to run it. Okay, so there's no foaming action at all. Okay. Let's try with a boar's hair brush. Nah, there's hardly any, okay? I know it has UV, or it states it has UV protection in it, but we don't know for sure. That could be why it's not foaming the way that it needs to, or you would think it would. So let's give it a wipe down, see what happens. Wipes off easy. All right, let's see what we have. Okay, so if you look close enough, you can clearly see it leaves a little bit of depth to your interior. This is an interior plastic. I'm going to try to wipe it a little more. See if it's just a cleaner that needs a little bit more elbow grease to get it off. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all it was. It just needed some elbow grease. So it smells fantastic. Once again, another cologne type fragrance. It's absolutely amazing. So now we're going to go in and we're going to try the next product, which is the Interior Protectant. Okay, so now that we use the Interior Detailer to clean the surface, we're going to go behind it with a medium shine protectant. So this is the Red Bull Oracle Racing Medium Shine Protectant Hybrid Ceramic Armor All Podium Series. So this, what you'll do is use on a very cool surface. It says to spray product onto a clean microfiber towel or spray directly onto the vinyl, rubber, or plastic surface. Once again, just like the tires, I do not believe in that. You don't want to overspray everywhere. You'll get it on your interior glass, and that'll be a nightmare to get off. You don't want to do that. You want to spread the formula evenly, flipping the towel as you apply to achieve a streak-free application and allow it to air dry. For best results, use only as directed. Not for use on floor, vehicle controls, bench, or cycle seats. That is another reason you don't want to just spray directly onto stuff, because if you do get it in those buttons with your climate controls and things like that, you could have a big problem. So we're going to shake well. This time we're going to use a microfiber towel. Spray into the towel. We're going to wipe the surface. I hope this is just a medium shine and not a high gloss. So spreads easily. Smells good again. Armor All nailed it with the scents. Okay. Says flip the towel as you apply to achieve a streak-free finish. So, okay, so back with the Red Bull Armor All Medium Shine Protectant. Okay, so as you can see here on the 50/50, you have a real deep, rich look here. It's not glossy, it's not shiny, it's not slick. I really, really like that. There's no difference between this unprotected surface and this right here. Maybe a little more conditioned. You can see the dry area, and then you can see the application area. Now, here's the kicker, and a lot of you are really going to like this, and some people may not. But when I go to give it an extra wipe to level and to buff it off, it doesn't take any time to do. but you go in to do that. Now it's gone completely. So you still have protection. You can feel a little bit of it. Yes, it smells great. You know it's there, but you don't have to worry about a deep, glossy, wet look. Some people may like that. I like a satin finish, just like this. It's OEM. So make sure you wipe it off well. I feel like it may have some UV inhibitors in it. It is thick when you spray it on, but then you wipe it off really, really easy. It gives you a nice look, or you can buff it to a satin finish just like this right here. So next product, we're going to go with the air freshener. So here, our final product, we have the Red Bull Oracle Racing Lights Out Air Freshener. It states that it has a warm woods and leather scent with notes of lemon, verbena, and patchouli. Once again, very small text. You may not be able to read that. So let's get in here, let's spray it. Let's see what it smells like in the cabin. So do not spray directly towards glass or your face when you do this. So, oh yeah, it's very fresh, like a ocean breeze type smell. It's not pungent, it's not overbearing. You don't need much. I can feel that now. Maybe 1 to 2 sprays in your cabin altogether. This bottle will really go a long way. I like that. I'm not one to really like a scent in my car. Like I said earlier, I use bio bombs, chlorine tablets to get everything out and leave it overnight. But man, this smells really good. I can get used to that, and I only sprayed 2 or 3 times total. I like it. Stay tuned for my final thoughts on all of these products. Okay guys, so now for my final thoughts on the Red Bull Oracle Racing by Armor All detail lineup. Let's start with the soap. I think the soap was great. Smelled great out of the bottle, smelled amazing in the bucket. Foam cannon, I smelled a little chemical smell, not sure if that's just some of the ingredients in the soap, not sure if it's just me, but it smelled really tropical and really, really good. If you can get over the smell out of the foam cannon, it could just be me, you may like it. It's a great soap. It cut decently. It's not designed to cut extremely hard. It's not an alkali soap. This is a pH neutral soap. It stated that there was a synthetic wax in there and it would give you instant hydrophobicity. Now normally I would be like, hey, let's give it a day or two, let that soap cure some, let's see what happens, give it an hour even. It says instant hydrophobicity on the back. You can read the label when you get to Walmart. And that did not happen, as you saw on the hood of the Land Rover behind me. I think it's great for the weekend detailer, the person who wants to wash their car every 2 to 3 weeks that doesn't have a ceramic coating on there or a graphene coating. That just wants the pleasure of something that smells good and to keep their vehicle clean. This is really all you need. As long as you don't get it filthy, muddy, dirty, then you may need an alkali soap for that. So I would give that a thumbs up for the DIY detailer. For our next item, we have the Red Bull Oracle Racing exterior detailer. Loved the smell. It smelled absolutely amazing. Very, very soft, woodsy scent, kind of like a sandalwood. It was just amazing to use. It did say quickly clean and detail, so we did not use that on the hood of this Land Rover as a quick detailer. We used it as an after wash protectant, just to see how the hydrophobic properties would work. The coating that was on it was the Ethos Resist, and while it's done an amazing job, that car gets parked under a tree a lot, sees a lot of heat from the sun and a lot of heat from the motor underneath. So it was still there, but it was somewhat weak, and we thought maybe if we topped it off with the exterior detailer that it may bring the hydrophobics back. Now that could lead to 1 to 2 things. Either you need a cure time with this and it's going to bead water like crazy. It was not disclosed on the back of this label. Armor All needs to fix that if there is a cure time. Maybe they'll watch this video and change their mind and fix that. Or 2, like I stated in the beginning of this video, wax polymers like Carnauba does not work with an SiO2 polymer. This says SiO2 on here. I don't think it's SiO2. I think there's some Carnauba or something in this spray. Now it could have meant that we sprayed that on top of that and defeated the hydrophobics of the layer underneath, and all we were seeing was a mixture of a wax and SiO2, which didn't give satisfactory results. But I'm more inclined to believe that this product is not for hydrophobicity by itself. I think this is for that quick detailer that somebody wants to wipe their car down before a car show or something. Very, very tacky when installing, but when you flip that towel over to buff it off, it's a whole nother world. It's super, super extremely slick. It may need a cure time. I would say give it a 4 to 8 hour cure time. If you don't drive it much, leave it 24 hours and then see what the water behavior will do then. Because it's still somewhat hydrophilic, which means it sheets water and not hydrophobic. So would I give this a thumbs up for the weekend detailer? I'd give that a thumbs up. For our next exterior product, we went with the Red Bull Oracle Racing High Gloss Tire Shine Hybrid Ceramic. Too many words, Armor All. Anyway, really enjoyed this tire shine. The scent, again, it's a fragrant scent that I just can't get over. Everything was so pleasant with these products as far as scent goes. It says durable ceramic protection, lasts up to 4 weeks. We will see on this Land Rover here. It did give a little bit of a high gloss shine, but off camera, I was noticing it was a little splotchy. As you saw in the video, I installed it start to finish and didn't miss any spots on the rubber. But once, and it was a dry tire, but once it dried, once the tire shine dried, you could see there were splotches, almost like you missed spots or something. We stripped that rubber of any protection, so there was nothing on it. Not sure what causes that. It could be in the tire blooming with the rubber itself, or you may need to just lay this on. So I went back around the vehicle and added a second layer, a second coat, and it doesn't seem to be doing that now. So it may be good to either soak up that applicator pad really, really, really heavy, or you might need to put 2 coats on. I like the finish. It's still not super glossy, but it's a great product. If you're just looking for a tire shine, it's not that complicated. You either like gloss or you don't. As far as the smell goes, I can't get over this. Would I give this a thumbs up for the weekend detailer? I would leave that up to you on this one. You can find probably a lot of other tire shines, including some Chemical Guy stuff, Meguiar stuff, Griot's. You've also got Car Pro. They've got their different tire shines. And Geon. You've also got Ethos, has a great graphene shine. We actually sell that here, and they offer it on their website. Once again, use code WING0 at the link below to get 10% off if you want to go with a graphene shine. But there are a lot of other tire shines out there. If you're in a pickle, go for something like this. But I will leave that up to you. I'm not going to give it a thumbs up, but I'm surely not going to give it a thumbs down because it smells amazing. And after a couple of coats, it looks pretty good. So it's really up to you at that point. For our next product, we have the interior detailer we used a few minutes ago on this Land Rover. I like foaming action. I like the suds. It lets me know that it's emulsifying the dust and dirt in the pores of your interior surfaces, such as your vinyl and rubber and plastics. This didn't leave any of that, and I'm not sure why. They don't even say there's any SiO2 in it, so I'm not sure why it's not foaming. We used a Scrub Ninja as well as a boar's hair brush and could not get any foaming action. While it did smell good, it cleaned okay. I was not happy due to the fact that it would not foam and it would not clean the way that I wanted it to clean, I would say. If there was a dirty finish, I don't know if it would do its job. It does not leave a shine, which is great. It does not leave streaks, which is great. I think this is an all-purpose cleaner. I'm not sure why, again, it's not foaming. I would probably give this a thumbs down. There are so many other all-purpose cleaners and interior details out there. You have our Ethos Super APC. It's multi-purpose. You can dilute it down for the interior. You've also got, once again, the Chemical Guys, the Geon, the Car Pro, the G-Technic. Everybody's got their own interior detailer. And in my honest opinion, I feel like it's just a watered-down APC with all of them. But they always foam and they always clean. This one didn't. It smells good. I would give this a thumbs down. For the last of our cleaning products, we have the Red Bull Oracle Racing Medium Shine Protectant. Now, we use this on that door you saw earlier. I enjoy it. It smells amazing. It's not designed to foam. It's not a cleaner. It is a protectant. So once you clean, if you choose to go with interior detailer or another interior detailer from another company, top this off with that if you don't have that extra protection, you just want it. We offer leather coatings here from Ethos. I know Gian has Leather Shield and G-Technic has a few. There are some leather coatings out there, but if you don't have the budget to go get a leather coating, or you just want to wipe down your interior, whether it be leather, plastic, rubber, vinyl, you just want to keep it clean, head out to Walmart, get a bottle of this. It smells amazing, and I feel like it protects. When I was laying that on, it went on nice and thick. It didn't leave any shine or residue behind. Even though it said medium shine, it didn't seem to have any kind of sheen for me, not a satin sheen or anything. I really enjoyed using this product. I would definitely give that a thumbs up. If you're at your Walmart, pick that up. And for the last of our Red Bull detailing products today, we are going with the Red Bull Oracle Racing Lights Out Air Freshener. I have no complaints here. This small bottle, I only need 2 spritz in that car, maybe 3, and it was already smelling really good. I really like this fragrance. There was another one on the shelf there that I didn't try. I thought maybe just one would be worth reviewing. It smells amazing. It does have that warm woods and patchouli scent to it. It's not overbearing. I don't know how long it's going to last in the vehicle, but from the 2 sprays that I sprayed there with this, man, I think it's great. I think it's going to do exactly what you need it to. If you want your car smelling good and you like those nice smells and stuff, go to Walmart, pick up a bottle of this. It's the cheapest out of all of them, sitting at $6.97. Definitely a thumbs up, and yeah, go get a bottle. That concludes our review of the Red Bull detailing products you can pick up at your local Walmart. If you want any discount on some of our Ethos products that you saw in the video today, head down to the link in the description, type in code WING0 at checkout for 10% off your order at ethoscarcare.com. If you would like, please comment, subscribe, like the video, share it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.